Rivera tried to walk back his comments on Eric Bieniemy. We touched on this just a little bit. Remember, Rivera said Bieniemy is too mean, and the players are coming to me. He aired dirty laundry in public. Why? Well, because Ron Rivera is trying to be as woke as humanly possible. Ron Rivera is trying to get on the right side of the media by acquiescing to far-left media thoughts, but this one blew up on him. Even the stooges on the left side of the media in sports couldn't condone that Rivera, a veteran coach, threw his offensive coordinator that he hired from the Kansas City Chiefs under the bus. And to make matters worse, he threw an African-American offensive coordinator under the bus, which means every little scrawny white guy like Greg Doyle ain't going to defend it. Let's hear from Rivera yesterday walking back his idiotic comments.
I want to open up with this pretty much. I realized my comments yesterday took on a different life than I intended yesterday. And that's on me for not being as clear as I needed to be. I'll own that. At the end of the day, we know that we're trying to build here, and we're all aligned. As I've said many times since I hired Eric, I love the overall message that he gave to the team his first day, and that was basically, we got to learn to be comfortable when we're uncomfortable. And I think what's happened is for those guys on that side of the ball, things are uncomfortable. There's been a lot of change. And the entire way of doing things has changed on the offensive side. Change is hard, and I've always encouraged our players to have great dialogue and build relationships with our staff.
You know he's full of crap. He had to read it. Like, it's right there is a paper behind the hat, under his arm. He had to read this. That's how dumb football coaches are. That's how dumb this guy is. That's how full of crap this guy is. Let's be clear here. When you are sincere, you don't have to read nothing. You don't have to read a damn thing. You show up, hey, look, I said this, it was wrong. But he knows that he's trying so hard to get on the right side of the media. And it failed. It failed miserably. As I said, even the left crazy-ass reporters couldn't get down with him criticizing Eric Bieniemy. They couldn't get with it. They wouldn't get with it. They didn't get with it. And now you can see the little piece of paper there by his left elbow. This clown has to read a statement as opposed to speak from the heart. Tells you he's full of crap. Ron Rivera, when he punished Jack Del Rio because Jack Del Rio didn't follow a absolute woke doctrine, showed himself to be a fraud. But this is even worse. You're sitting there and you're reading it. You're used to speaking. It's not like some 8th grader doing his first speech in public speaking class. This is an NFL football coach, a long-time one that is so used to getting up in front of the media and speaking. But because he knows he's full of crap, he has to read it. Ron Rivera, you, sir, are full of crap. Shady McCoy's been a pain in the backside his entire career. When you hear about Shady McCoy, you always hear, yeah, pretty good runner, but nuts. So Shady McCoy, well, he admits that Eric Bieniemy, his relationship with players was alarming. Alarming. Let's hear from Shady McCoy.
I've said something about this in the past, and everybody killed me for it. Oh, why he's, is he mad about this, mad about that? No, I think Eric Bieniemy, I think he'll be a good head coach because he's big on the discipline, making everybody accountable. But I never seen him as a coordinator. He never really called plays. He never installed no plays, anything like that. But the thing that alarmed me the most was the relationships with the players. And the one thing why Andy Reid is such a great coach, obviously the X's and O's part of it, right. But he can relate to players. He can understand them. He can adjust. From when I had him at 20 years old to having him in 2019, he changed. And you got to change with the times. And I think with Bieniemy, he's still stuck in that old, back in the days where the coaches is cussing the players out. And it's not how it's played nowadays. Like even with Coach Rivera talking about it, he said it's a different approach.
Well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I mean, be nice to players. Nice job. You fumbled 3 times, but that's a nice job. We're very happy for you. We think you did well. Here's a ticket. Go get yourself a nice hot dog. Oh, screw all of you. You know what? There should be a moratorium. NFL players don't speak. Former NFL players are never allowed to speak. You're just not allowed to. I'm sorry, you're not allowed to. There's no reason that anybody has to hear Shady McCoy speak. He's probably right, but I don't care. I get tired of him. You coach the player, you tell, well, our feelings are hurt. No, shut up.